Instead of Forge. First of all, Logan Lerman, so fucking fine. I do think it's hitting me. Who's ready? Abby Demon? He was wearing a mesh tank top. Oh my god. I fucking love salt. Ow, top, but a bite full of venom. Why would I do that? The way I just like don't want to talk about this book. Their sex scenes, I'm not having fun anymore. Oh my god. Oh, we are back. I took a little hiatus, not on purpose. It's funny because I took a hiatus doing these on my biggest month. Not this past month that I'm like currently doing this on, but my month prior, 12 books. That would have been a great wrap up. But no, I decided to just not do one. So now I have to do it even larger with the next month. So welcome into the wrap up and welcome into our drunk wrap up. I just got back from dinner where I had 2 espresso martinis. I don't have any sort of buzz going on though. So I do have a glass. This was, I don't know, some like really sweet wine. It's also 11:41 p.m. I thought I would get home somewhere around 9:30 and I was like, that would be great. I'll be done by 11. It is midnight. The other one I have is just a little Riesling. So whatever this is, I stole it from my mom. And then this Riesling that I have, that's what we're drinking today. If this is your first wrap up with me, we're doing an extra fun one. Load up, please! I'm just like very overstimulated right now. And she is like constantly up next to me. And she doesn't understand that I'm like very overstimulated. And I have been like all night. Hi. And like, yes, I want to hug and love you, but not right now. We're doing, what's today? Today, okay, we're doing July wrap up and August wrap up. We're doing a lot in one. I'm gonna try and not ramble, and so this video is not over an hour long, which I have done before. And I'm also gonna keep it pretty brief. I do also wanna do the movie wrap up, yes. So if you're new here, I like to do book wrap ups first. So if you wanna just listen to the books, you can peace out after. And then I will do my movie wrap ups because I like to go to the movies a lot. So I'm not gonna do a full music wrap. Well, I can look. I'll look to see if my music's anything interesting. I have to get my stats fully ready. I don't have them completely ready yet. Oh my god, but this is my first wrap up using the camera, so I can do it on my phone now. I don't even need my laptop. This makes me feel like a real YouTuber. I have started, let me get like settled. You feel kind of far away. Let's move you closer. Let's get up close and personal. Is that too close? No. How is that? Is that good? That feels good. Okay, we're cozy. I realized I'm in that phase where I just wear the same sweatshirt every day, and this is the sweatshirt I've worn in the past 3 thumbnails. So it is what it is. Oh, I like wrote out my stats, but I didn't like, hold on. I'll be back in a little bit. I need to do my stats. Okay, I'm ready. This wine is so sweet. Okay, can I talk? This wine is so sweet. So we're gonna start with July. We'll just do our July stats. We have 12 total books, which is like the most I've had in a really long time. I think the next closest this year was May, and that was 9 books, and one of them was an audiobook, like fully. I kind of ate that month, not gonna lie. It did put me in a slump, so it's like, at what cost do I need to read 12 books if it's gonna put me in a slump? But I had 6 fantasy. That's crazy. To read 6 fantasy in 1 month for me is crazy. 2 of those were YA. 1 was kind of like a sapphic fantasy, and then 1 was more of like a cozy fantasy. I had 4 romances. 2 of them were sports romance in the same series. 1 more of just like fiction, like general fiction, and then 1 mystery. The average rating was 3.9, which isn't bad. I'll take it, at least. I mean, like, it's very average month. There were a couple high ones that brought up the rating, but overall very average month. A total of 5,075 pages. That's the most I've had in maybe ever. I would have to go back and look, but I think that's the most pages I've ever read in a month. Our winner of the month was 6 of Crows, and then our loser was The Handmaid's Tale. I did not like that book. I'm trying to finish this glass because this one is like super sweet. I kind of want to get into my Riesling. There won't be a whole lot of chugging going on just because I am supposed to like be trying to get up to take a class at 7:30 since I have to work out like on my own time now since I quit Orange Theory. Now I can't get paid to work out. So I do have to go on my own time. So we're navigating that right now. Okay, let's just start. Oh, the first one was a Kindle book anyway. And a lot of these were read in reading vlogs, so I'm not gonna go into like really deep detail. But the first book was How Does It Feel? My impression from this book was everyone telling me that, and by everyone telling me, I just mean the internet telling the people of the internet, saying that it had like such a crazy ending, it's gonna leave you like jaw on the floor. I was so underwhelmed by the ending. It was like every ending I've ever read to a fantasy book. I don't know, like no part of it was jaw-dropping. It just like didn't shock me really. We've like followed this girl who, I mean, I can't really like, without spoiling the jaw-dropping moment at the end, I can't tell you a whole lot. She's just this human who accidentally falls into the Fae world, and the Fae prince kills her on the spot because she like lands on him, but she somehow gets brought back to life in the human world. He like literally like drops her back through the human world, and she gets brought back to life by all these animals, and she's like literally Snow White. All these animals flock to her, and the whole plot of the book is she's like looking for these specific moths to save. After the man kills her and she gets brought back to life, he comes back to like, I guess, check or something. I don't really know. And sees she's alive and takes her captive, and then spends the entire book saying that we're gonna kill you, and then never killing her, and then being like, oh, but this time we're gonna kill you, and then not killing her. And he's like, oh, just you wait, this person's gonna kill you, and then shocker, not killing her. And then some big twist at the end that leaves you finished. According to the author, it's gonna finish you. It didn't at all, and I was like super bored. I gave it a 3-star. Because I was like, I guess somehow semi-entertained, and like the main character, the male main character, I didn't hate. I was just like, get on with it. But she was insufferable. I could not stand her. And I don't plan on finishing the rest of the series. Next, oh my god, where is she? Wait, what if I went in order? I'm gonna go in order. How Does It Feel was one of my lower ones anyway. I just didn't go in loser order. Let's go in next loser order. I forgot. It's been so long since I've done these. I also haven't done a wrap up in my room. Months. They've always been at the doghouse whenever I'm dog sitting. Look at Luna. Luna. Hi. Okay, loser of the month. The Handmaid's Tale. You know the story. It's very creepy and scary to like think about how our world could definitely like get there one day, and it like fucks with your brain, like how disturbing and awful it is. If I were to like plot aside, I gave us a 3 stars. I hated her writing. I didn't connect with it. It was very much, we have a narrator. Our main girl is our narrator, just telling us the events of what happened. And I don't connect to a story like that. It was like a mom sitting down and telling you the story of her past. Didn't connect. I didn't really care ever, which is sad because I thought I was gonna like really connect with this and really like be moved by it. But it feels like something to where I would really like the show. It just didn't work for me in book form at all, which is just really weird. I don't know. I just did not like the writing style at all. I don't know where to put these. I guess over there. These are both Kindle books. Hold on. Oh no, they're not. I'll do this book. Oh. All of my books just fell so far away from me. All right, next in the lineup, third least favorite, Something in the Water by Catherine Steadman. 3 stars. I went into this thinking it was gonna be like a shark book. I read this for my shark cookie for my crumble video, and it was a black bag full of gemstones and money, and it was a couple who went on vacation, came across this black bag in the water, decided to open it because they were in like some money issues, like they were just really struggling, and decided they were gonna try and like swindle millions of dollars. It was literally like $1 million, and then like millions of dollars worth of diamonds and a gun and a phone, and just like made stupid decision after stupid decision, and there was just no way that like this very average couple would have gotten away with this, and it was annoying. There's a glare. So sorry. This is a shiny book, so. It was just very frustrating to read about because of how stupid the main character was. I fucking hated her. Interesting at parts, and then just completely lost me, didn't care. Next up, Kindle book. Let me pour up. I painted this wine glass. Can you see? Without the glare. It's like little blueberries, and they're starting to come off because I didn't seal the glass correctly. And by correctly, I mean I didn't even try at all. And I'm really upset about it because I really liked these. I thought I kind of ate. It doesn't smell great. I don't even remember what this tastes like. The fact that I have so many fucking books to do. And I just scratched off a major... You're kidding me. First of all, look at my thumb. You can't see it. I still can't figure out how to make this fucking camera focus. You can't see it. There's just a huge scratch mark through a blueberry. So cool. Oh, that's so unfortunate. That's not good. Well, the show must go on, so I just want to feel a buzz. That's all I want. As I just want to feel a slight buzz while doing this and not fighting the taste of my wine. All right, next up, another 3-star. The amount of 3 stars was crazy, but then also the amount of 4.25 stars was crazy. Okay, Till Summer Do Us Part by Megan Quinn. I've read one single Megan Quinn book, and it was How Your Neighbor Stole Christmas, the Grinch book. The burps are happening. They're already starting. Ugh. I love it. Can you see Mug's tail? Can you see Mug's at all? Oh yeah, there's her head. Hi. Anyways, the Grinch book. I loved, contrary to popular opinion, is that the correct term? I loved that book. I ate it up. It was bordering on a 5-star read. I was obsessed with that book. Now, like, it's not really a 5-star read because I haven't thought about it since, but at the time, loved that book. So I was really excited for this one. I don't know. It just felt super unbelievable is the wrong word because I don't really care if the plot is unbelievable. It kind of just is like what makes a book unique. Obviously, like you have to have a non-cliche plot sometimes. And it's this girl who makes up a fake husband because she just got divorced and wants to fit in basically with her work crowd filled with a bunch of frat boy douches and wants to like fit in with the CEO and says she and her husband blah blah blah. So they're like, what husband? And she made a comment about how they're just fighting right now, so that's why she doesn't wear a ring and whatnot. And the CEO was like, oh, my husband's actually a marriage counseling like therapist and one of the best, and everyone takes this retreat at this company with their husband and wife, whoever, every year. So your husband is welcome to come if y'all want to go and get therapy, basically. So she's like, fuck, let me find a fake husband in like less than a week. So her like gay best friend's brother, who apparently is super hot, is just down to clown. He is like, oh my god, I love improv, let's do it. Like, that already, I was like, ew, gross. He was just, I guess, like a billionaire. Or he's like super rich and bored, basically. So he was like, let's do it. They go on this marriage counseling trip, pretending to like bicker as a husband and wife. And then, of course, they're like growing a connection. She like gets genuinely mad at him as if they are married and like the bickering is real. It just like I didn't vibe with it the way that I thought I would have. Parts of it were funny and like cute. And then the smut was really good. The smut, it was at the very end though, you had to wait for it, but the smut was really good. It was just a weird vibe and it felt like a sex camp. Like, all of her coworkers are there, they were all grown adults, and this marriage counselor, who we find out isn't even licensed and he just says he is, so like creepy, encourages all of these people to have sex. They're like openly talking about getting it on in the cabin next to you and like being loud and using all the amount of like toys. It was literally a sex cabin. The amount of toys, there were nudes like hung up. It was just fucking weird. That's weird. Grown ass adults, especially 2 adults who don't know each other, would have been like, this is weird. We need to just head out. Like, it's not worth all this. And we just like went along with it for so long. And I wasn't vibing with it. So I think I'll give Megan Quinn another chance, especially because I think she's writing a sequel to the Grinch book. So like, I'm gonna read the Grinch book, obviously. But maybe that's where I call it quits, is her holiday books. What's next? Okay, we're still in the 3s. We're almost out of the 3s. This one I didn't hate. It was just like, blah. Like, it was the cozy fantasy. It was a 3.5 and it was Legends and Lattes. I had absolutely no idea what I was getting into with this book. I didn't know what to expect. I had literally, oh, this one's queer too, I forgot. I didn't even know it was queer, like, when I went into it. It takes place like in this fae world where she's like, I mean, like, this is the cover. Like, they're monsters, you know? So she's wanting to open up this coffee shop and no one around her knows what coffee is. They've never heard of it. She only knew it because she was like traveling internationally and tried it somewhere. Came back and wanted to open up a shop because no one's heard of it and she wants to do it. And it's very cute and fun, and like she's just a girl opening up a coffee shop. She was a mercenary, so she's seen as this like big scary girl. She hires her assistant on the cover. She just has like a community like help her open this coffee shop. No. And it's quite adorable. And then she just has these people like out to get her and like literally out to like ruin the coffee shop. And they go through like this big huge thing and try and just like restart. And it's just adorable. Like, it was a good time, but I'm probably not gonna read the next one. Not gonna lie. I heard the next one's kind of sucky. And then there's like sexual tension. And I was like, I never knew. I thought they were just like besties. I literally thought they were just bestie girls. No, there was like tension and I was kind of eating it up, but not more than a 3.5 eating it up. Okay, we're getting into the 4s. We're getting into the 4s, y'all. And the physical books. I read a lot of Kindle books. Book club. We read Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil. This is my first V.E. Schwab book. I really enjoyed it. I will say, I think I enjoyed the first half a lot more than the second half. The first half was like 4.5. I was into it, gasping at so many things and just like could not put it down. Second half, a little disappointed with like the way the story went. I forgot to be drinking. I was like, what is in his hand? Why am I like not able to use his hand? There's a drink in it. So it follows a couple of different POVs starting in like the 1500s and then like one present day, and then we would go back to multiple different POVs in the 1500s. There would be like time jumps with the old POVs, like hundreds of years as we go. So like, you know, at one point they're gonna cross and you're just kind of waiting for them to cross. And once they crossed, that's where the story like was not good anymore and I just didn't care. But it's like a vampire sapphic rage story. Really fun to read about. Like, as much as I didn't like the ending, I think it's definitely worth the read because of how much fun the beginning was. But you're basically, it's like this vampire. Okay. Okay, so we follow a girl who is, it's back in the time where like girls didn't have a say in shit and you're gonna get married to whoever the fuck they're gonna tell you you're gonna marry. And men are just pieces of shit. So she is someone who does not want to get married, doesn't want to get stuck in that life, is like realizing these like lesbian feelings that she's having for like her handmaid and like all of these people that she's like, you know, she's gay basically. And so she comes across this woman who she learns is a vampire and is like, please, I want to be like you. I don't even remember how it goes, but it gagged me. It gagged me. So I'm not going to tell you like everything that happens because it's very fun to read about, but it's basically her turning into a vampire and we follow her life as a vampire. So it's like hundreds of years that we follow her, like in Italy, in Spain, I think she goes, in America, all of these different places and all of these different people that she comes across. And I loved the side characters. That was honestly some of the best parts, were the side characters that she would meet and like those little stories we would get. And then she would move on to a different side character in those little stories. Our present day, I didn't love as much. Honestly, I was like least interested in the present day one, which I thought I was going to be the most interested in because I'm not big into like 1500s type of vibe stories, but I just like didn't love the present day stuff. And there was like a character story and like plot part in the present day that just like didn't really mean anything. It didn't contribute anything to the story. But overall, very fun read. Kind of big for like a vampire rage story, but still really fun read. A lot of these are 4.25, so I have to figure out how I want them in order. Ugh! Ugh! Next, New Moon. We are on to Twilight. I'm not gonna talk about this long. 4.25, which really shocked me. Because when I read Twilight like 2 years ago or something, I just rated it 5 stars because it was nostalgic. I love it. I love the story. I ate it up. I was gonna rate this more harshly. And because New Moon, it's not even my least favorite movie. Eclipse is my least favorite movie, but it was my least favorite because Edward's not in it, you know? So like I didn't think I was gonna really enjoy this because I know Edward wasn't in it. And we weren't gonna get that romance part. I ate up Jacob's parts. I was like, no wonder people were Team Jacob. He's adorable in this book. It made me question if I was Team Jacob or not because I really grew to love Jacob like a lot in this book. And honestly, I grew to hate Bella in this book. It was a 4.25, like genuinely. My Twilight love aside, it was a 4.25. I really, really liked it. And I'm like worried to go into an eclipse because I'm scared I'm not gonna like it that much. But that's really all I have to say about Twilight or New Moon. And they left so much out in the movie. Like so much of their emotions. Next, another Kindle book. I read The Paradise Problem by Christina Lauren. Surprisingly loved. I gave it a 4.25. Exceeded all of my expectations. This felt so long ago. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm ready. This girl and guy get married basically to have cheap housing. They were like, fuck it, let's get married to have like super cheap housing at their school. It's a long shot, but maybe it happens. I don't know. So they like got married literally just like out of convenience. And they were like, fuck it, who cares? Just get married and we'll divorce like as soon as school's over. That's what they did. So it starts out with them divorcing and like shaking hands and they're like, all right, see ya. And I was like, well, that's weird. Turns out they weren't genuinely in love. They never even spoke to each other really because they had completely opposite schedules. So they were just living together like as acquaintances who rarely saw each other. Fast forward, turns out he is a part of this like super rich family. He has like an inheritance, all this stuff, and has told his family he's been married to this woman and never told them that it was a lie or anything like that. And they were like, we need to meet her or this is all a scam and you're not getting your inheritance, kind of. So he goes to her and asks to come to his sister's wedding to be his pretend wife, and he'll pay her like part of his inheritance if she does it. And she's like, okay, I'm struggling and poor, literally have nothing going on, so sure. It's a free vacation and like a hefty paycheck at the end, why not? So it's just her going to this resort, trying to act rich. His family thinks that she's rich, super smart, and in med school basically. So she has to pretend to be a doctor and super rich, and she's just like completely out of her element, but she's hilarious, and I really, really loved her character. I loved her humor. I loved their banter, just like that awkward, they had to share a bungalow because they're married and there's only one bed, obviously, and just like that awkward, like, can we cross a line because we're kind of into each other? Like, I ate it up. I had a really good time with that one. It was a fun summer read. We're almost there, guys, with July, and then we have all of August. So I don't want to lose you yet. Oh, I didn't even say one of these was a reread. That's crazy of me. Or like which ones were Kindle, which one, you probably don't actually care. I'll do my I'll talk about those in order. I'm just completely changing. I'm just speaking out loud into myself. Woo! Next, I jumped into a big commitment. I have to burp. Fortunately, I do think it's hitting me. Like, instead of forge, I think it's hitting me. I started Zodiac Academy. This series has like 27 fucking books in it. That's too many. I can't read that many books. There's, I think, like 12 total in the series itself, and then like 12 more, plus more of like novellas and other POV books and that kind of stuff. I don't know if I have that in me. I really don't. I will say I gave it a 4.25. A lot of people shit on this book. A lot of people like do not like this series. Yes, it's cringy, but it was cringy in a Pretty Little Liars Vampire Diaries kind of way. Like, I ate it up. It felt like I was watching an old 2010s teen drama. That's what it felt like, and I loved it. It just follows Tori and Darcy that are twins. They grew up human, thought they were human, and on their 18th birthday like have magic basically and showing signs of magic. The Fae world comes and gets them and brings them back. They're the missing twins that are heirs to the throne. Their parents were like the king and queen of the Fae, and so they're basically just like fighting with the boys in their class who were supposed to be the new heirs since they were missing for 18 years. So it's just them, and it's a bully romance, and they just have to go through the Zodiac Academy and like learning how to use their powers, and they're like super powerful and all this stuff. So obviously this is literally just book one in a very long series, so it didn't go into much. I've heard, I mean, obviously I haven't read them. If they don't stop hitting my camera, I'm gonna be pissed. And the books, like, literally, this was all, like, 4 weeks worth of them at school. Like, if that. Excited to move on. I heard that, like, it just gets crazier and better, so I'm really excited. I didn't find it that cringy. Like, I really enjoyed it. I'm excited regardless. They're just fucking huge, and there's way too many of them. But who knows? Maybe I'll get to 12 and wish I'd read all of them. We'll see. But I'm not gonna read all the novellas right now. Unless you, like, really think I should. Three more in this one. Next was a reread, and now I finally own them. Oh my god, I'm so excited to own them. I reread the Windy City series where I started it. I read Mile High. Now, I am going back on everything bad I said about Mile High. I think I let book talk and just like everyone else's opinions sway my opinion because I'm really bad at that. On the reread, the tag in this fucking sweatshirt is so itchy. On the reread, having read all of them, being obsessed with all of them, seeing Z and Xander's. In case anyone was wondering, that's the same person. I'm drunk. Literally, I'm drunk. It's Stevie and Xander's. In the other series, I love them with all my heart. So on the reread, Luna's eating a bug. Thank you for catching that. On the reread, I upped my rating to a 4.25. I will say, like, the beginning 50 pages, Xander's is a huge douche and pisses me off. Yes, that's the point. He's supposed to be this, like, player person. I love the way he loves Stevie later on in the book. It's like I'm mad at him for acting the way he's acted his entire life. You know, he's NHL player. He's had everything handed to him. Of course he's gonna be a dick. He has girls out the ass that he can hook up with. Of course he's gonna be a dick. So it's like I'm mad at him for just like like the way he's always acted. And then when he meets Stevie and wants to change, I'm like, but you're a dick. But like, he hadn't met Stevie yet. So like, I can give him a break because the second he met Stevie, he changed. Didn't hook up with any other girls. He literally stopped and never hooked up with another girl once he met Stevie. Thank you. He completely changed. He wanted to change his outward appearance, his public appearance, was working on it in therapy, all this stuff. So like, I don't understand where the hate stemmed from. Stevie's a curvy girl and he loves the fuck out of her for it. This was like one of the only books that I've read where the main girl's very curvy and like talks about it and talks about her insecurities, and the man like loves her for them and they aren't afraid to talk about it. I just love this book. I love this series so much, and to be able to reread it with such a newfound love for them and can finally appreciate them. Oh my god. But it was still a 4.25. But that brings me to The Right Move, which was a full 5 stars. This book is so fucking good. And it's not even my favorite in the series, which is crazy. This follows Stevie in Mile High. This follows her twin brother and Stevie's best friend, Indy. Indy is the bubbly, colorful, wears dresses and purple Converse, and she reads a lot. She cries at everything. She's just this bubbly, sweet girl, full of life and color and sunshine. And then Ryan is dark colors, quiet, doesn't like attention, hates that he's like so famous because he's an NBA star, like the best in the country. And they are forced into being roommates and like just close proximity, and he just does such little acts of service and acts of love to care and show that he cares about her, and she just brings out the best in him, and they're just so fucking hot. Like, I literally, he makes me want to rip my hair out. He's so hot. He's so much hotter than Xander's, and I think Xander's is fine. Oh my god, their sex scenes. Oh my. Ryan is working through trauma with a past girlfriend, and she helps him through that trauma, and Indy also was like majorly cheated on and lost all of her friends from it. So they just help each other in more ways than one, emotionally and physically, and it's so fucking good. The Quiet Jealousy. Dude. Oh, this book is so good. It's just a must read. The Windy City series is top 3 favorite series of all time. It is a must read, like 100%. That brings me to the last one of the month, my winner. Oh my gosh, hold on. Winner of the month, 6 of Crows. I had no idea I was gonna be so obsessed with this book. I put this book off for so long. Okay, I didn't know I love a heist. Apparently I love a heist. I'm assuming this is YA. Yeah, I think this is YA. It just follows like 6 people in this like gang type of thing, in this like kind of fae, it's not like a fae world, but there's like powers and shit like that. So I don't know if that is considered like a fae world. They need to go and break into this high security prison, break out this person, and like, I don't even remember what all it is. Basically, if they don't get this person, there's this medicine that people can take to become like really fucking powerful, like mind control and all this shit. So we're going with them through all these like really scary things, and they just like have an answer for everything. They get through all these things. I eat up stuff like that, where they just get through shit. I don't know how to explain it, but I love it. And then the end left me gagged. Also, there's a queer romance. Yes, there is. We don't get a whole lot of it, but it's there, and I was eating up, literally chomping at the bits, chomping for it. So I have been putting off the second one because I cannot wait to read it, and I just don't want it to be over because it's just a duology. But it's so good. It's so fun. Like, I would absolutely reread this. It is so fun, and you get so many different POVs, and I'm obsessed with all of them. There was never a POV where I was like annoyed to read. I was obsessed with all of them. Oh my god, we're done with July. Taking a quick sec to finish my glass, and then I don't know, I guess I don't really need a second. I could just like jump into August. Done hiding. I have K-pop Demon Hunter stuck in my head. Shocker. Like I'm born to be. All right, I'll refill a little bit. Ugh, I'll finish. What time is it? It is 12:30. My goal is to be done by 12:30. I haven't even done August. Who's ready? Not me. Oh, I just realized I can't do Receiptify for for July. Because I don't think you can like look up past months. Let me find out. Hold on. I already know what my Receiptify for this past month will be. Yep. Oh, that's exactly what I thought. Okay, anyways, let's see if I can go past. Nope. Oh my god. I can do a last 6 months though, and there are songs that I started listening to, 2 weeks ago, that are number 3 and 4 and number 10. They made the list for the last 6 months. That's so embarrassing. That's so funny. And I'm sure you could probably guess like what they are. Okay, anyways, we're not there yet. Sorry. Hold on. The line that's like, I don't talk but a bite full of venom. Talk but a bite full of venom. Spin facts, you know, it's how it's done. I get copyrighted because I sound so much like her. They're like, you're literally playing Mira's verse and takedown. Why would it do that? It just like did not have to do that. Now I'm pissed. House done. I'll talk but a bite full of venom. Okay, there's no fucking way I'm finishing this glass. That's way too full. I'll talk but a bite full of venom. Spin facts. Okay, I am excited because I have a couple top reads of the year in this month. So like as short as this month was. Okay, I'm ready. August stats. I was in the worst fucking slump. 3 of the 4 weeks, like you saw, I just got out of it. My last video, I literally just got out of it. So we have 6 total books. We cut that number in half. Honestly, I'm completely fine with it. I am shocked I got 6, honestly. 6 total books. Oh, it was 5 total books. 5 total books because 1 was a DNF. 4 of them are romance. Of the 4, I had 1 sports romance, 1 like magical realism romance, and 2 of them were queer. 1 fantasy and 1 dystopian. The fantasy I DNF'd. Maybe I read too many in the month before. Maybe that's what it is. Total of 2,310 pages, so literally less than half. Average rating again of 3.9. I guess I can't complain. My goal is always 4 or above. I'm close enough. The winner was The Favorites by Lane Fargo. There was a close one. That was a close race. But it was my only 5 stars, so I feel like I had to. Did I tell you my 6 of Crows was a 5 stars? I don't think I did. I don't think I told you The Right Move or 6 of Crows were both 5 stars. Anyways, The Loser, Dance of Thieves. That was my DNF. Let's get started, shall we? I'm definitely a little drunk. I can feel it. I'm also getting louder. Okay, let's start with my least favorite, my DNF, Dance of Thieves. I think I blocked this out of my brain, actually. I read until page 200, and I am a huge believer in not DNFing books. Like, for me personally, like, if you do, I'm literally proud of you and I'm happy about it. I'm so bad about DNFing books because I think it's such a waste of my time to read half of a book that I'm gonna keep on my shelf because I can't get rid of books. I'm also working on that. And it's like, I might as well just finish it. Even if I hate it, I can then say I finished it and properly rate it. This was too big of a book to make myself read the next 300 something pages in complete anger. I would have been pissed the entire time. So I gave it to page 200. It was from the first chapter. I knew I was not going to connect to this book. I don't like when a book jumps into the middle of a story without introducing anything. And that's what happened. We jumped into, and you just had to figure out who you were, where you were, what we're talking about, who we're talking about. Like, I hate shit like that. Especially in a fantasy, fucking introduce what we're talking about. Introduce the world, introduce the characters, introduce the plot and what we're doing, please. It was giving Reckless, which is my least favorite book in the Powerless world. It was them being chained up, accidentally getting chained up and like on the run, and he tricks her and brings her back while being chained up to his town, his like world. I didn't care. I was so uninterested and so uninvolved. And they like formed a connection when they were on the run, when they were like, you know, chained up. And then they get back and he's like the head of house and she's this bad person. I don't fucking know. And I really don't care. And they like aren't supposed to like each other because he's bad and she's supposed to hate him. But there's a connection. Oh my God. See, that I don't feel bad about because I bought that for $1 at Goodwill. No money wasted. Okay, no. Next is my magical realism book, which is so fucking disappointing. Sorry, I'll stop cursing. I'm really trying to not do it as much. So disappointing. I'm so sad about it, but it sounds like love by Ashley Poston. This was our book club book of last month. Oh my god. I think she was a one-hit wonder for me. I think 7 Year Slip was so good to me, and nothing has compared. Novel love story and Sounds Like Love, both of them were misses for me. This I gave a 3.5, like generous. I was generous with my reading. I hated the man, hated him. He was this like rock star who was like in a boy band. Like picture One Direction, and this was like Harry Styles, but Harry Styles' dad is like super famous, and everyone loves him, but he's like a dick to his son. Like he has major daddy issues. Like he just wanted his dad's approval his entire life. He broke off from the band, wanted to do his own thing, and then kind of like was making music in spite of his dad, and he wanted to make a name for himself literally in spite of his dad. Like he hated his dad. Let me not be in his head, because we're never in his head. Single POV, which I don't like already, and especially with this type of trope, it would have really been helpful to have his POV too, but we're in her head. She is a songwriter and wrote this song for a really big singer, so she's like not famous, but like famous in the world of artists, because they all know she wrote this like really famous song. So like people know her name, just not like average people. Anyways, that's really not that important to the story. The song she wrote, she goes to that concert of the girl that is singing her song. She goes and sits in like the box for like celebrities or whatever, and she has a part of her concert that's kind of like a kiss cam, puts it on her like as a joke because they're friends, and she's up there with our main guy who is the hotshot singer. Like she had posters of him on her childhood bedroom wall, that kind of thing, and realizes he's a huge dick in person, but ends up kissing him. And then a couple days later, she has this voice in her head. It's like literally a person, and she's like, why am I in your head? They can't figure it out. Turns out, shocker, it's him, obviously. He like immediately flies out to her because she's at home, instead of being in LA, like where they live, she flew home to take care of her mom with dementia, which I hate a dementia trope. I really, really hate it. Like it's just not my thing. I do not want to read about a mother with dementia. Don't want to. It's been in like the past 3 books I've read recently. She's at home. He like immediately flies out to meet her. They form like this connection because obviously they're in each other's heads all the time, and they form this connection. They don't tell each other their real name, so he calls her Bird. He literally calls her Bird, and I hated it. And instead of giving his name, he says his name is Sasha, which I guess is like what his mom called him when he was little. I really don't know, and I don't get it. I don't get it at all, and I hated it. Why Sasha? Just, it didn't fit, and it felt weird and random. Just like, of all names, I didn't like it. They've been like speaking through their brains, making this connection, then they meet, obviously in real life, and she's like, oh fuck, it's you. And he's like, oh fuck, it's you. That wasn't me, I only said fuck because that's how they reacted. That wasn't me saying fuck. So I couldn't say it. They're basically just trying to figure out what it is and why they're connected, and they have to write this song together, and there's like connections and all this shit. Ashley Poston did not use the telepathy. I almost called it telekinesis again. She did not use the telepathy to like its full potential. I didn't feel the connection, and they were literally inside of each other's brains. How was there no connection? No true real connection that I could feel when they're inside of each other's brains. And like, I know people that rated this 5 stars, and I just wish that I felt that. I wish that I had that connection. And like, a main part of the plot was her and her mother's relationship. So like, a lot of people really loved the quotes about her and her mom's relationship, and I just didn't. I don't connect, and I don't like those quotes with like dementia and stuff. I don't connect to them, and I don't like them at all. There was a chapter where she literally was talking about her and her mother's relationship. It was like 6 pages that we were just talking about memories, legacies. I just was so fucking over it. Like, I cannot talk about you and your mom's relationship for 6 pages straight. Their sex, oh my god, the sex was so cringy to me. Like, I just didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. Also, the telepathy felt like it wasn't consistent. It would be like, we could hear every single thought you're having, but then she would have a private thought. And I'm like, well, why didn't he hear that? That's where I'm like, his POV would have helped, because maybe he was hearing it, we just didn't acknowledge it, so it felt like it was a private thought. It just felt inconsistent, and I didn't like it. Like, it just nothing happened for me. So I'm sorry. Sounds Like Love did absolutely nothing for me. Like, if I hadn't been reading that for book club, I probably would have DNF'd it. I'm getting hot. Oh my god, I have 4 more. I might need to change. I need to take this off because I'm getting really hot. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. I literally forgot she was on the back of that. I'm so sorry. Oh my god. Anyways, feel a little better. Where was I? Oh. I know what's next, and you're gonna hate me. Next up is Hunger Games. I gave us 3.5 stars. I was so bored. It's like, I don't know if I'm just bored because I don't like dystopian stories. I know that about myself. I've always known that. I don't like them. I've never liked them, even as a child. It's boring to me on that side. And then it's boring to me because I know the whole story because I've seen the movies. So it's like, I knew what was coming. I knew exactly how I was going to react, how I was going to feel. It kind of went deeper, but it never went that much deeper to where I was like, wow, the book is so much better than the movie. You know, it just wasn't that different. So it was a 3.5, like generously 3.5. This was another one that I was reading like mid-slump and I was just angry reading it. Like I wanted to be done with it the entire time. That's all I'm gonna talk about. Next, a read that I've been putting off for a really long time. Another 3.5. Wait, is it? Let me check. Yeah, 3.5. I think this was read at the wrong time. I think this was one of those where if I had read this in 2022, 2023, when the world wasn't as political right now, like right now it's obviously... a lot of my life is revolving around politics, and this was a very political book. Not in that sense where like there's a lot of political themes going on, but in the sense of we're just talking politics. We're talking presidential campaigns, speeches, and it was just associated with politics because it follows the president's son and the royal prince. It was just read at a bad time, honestly. I think I would have liked it a lot more if it wasn't read this year, and I hate to say that. It's sad, but it's very true. Like, honestly, the second anything political came up, I was annoyed and rolled my eyes. The romance part I really liked. I will say went a little too... I thought it was going to be a slower burn because I was told this was like rivalry banter, and there wasn't. It was more forbidden than rival. So I think I was just like led astray. It's not rivalry. It's the US president's son and then the prince of wherever the fuck, England, I guess, the UK. I don't fucking know. Probably, I don't fucking... Hold on. I just can't get my thoughts together. So they're both together at this royal wedding and he accidentally pushes him into the cake, makes this huge spectacle. They need to save face and act like they're best friends. So then love buds. They start texting all the time, even though they're supposed to be like fake it. The way I just like don't want to talk about this book. Like nothing is clicking in my brain right now. It's really frustrating me. I'm just trying to talk about this book. They need to act like besties, okay? Even he's like, boo, I hate him. But they start like texting randomly and then it kind of turns flirty. A main part of the plot is our first son is very out and gay and our prince is not. And he doesn't... That was crazy. My battery died. Pissed me off. Anyway, I'm literally eating salt at the bottom of an empty cheese bag. I fucking love salt. I literally have a problem. Anyways, where were we? A friendship forms, a crush forms, the not out prince kisses the very out gay son, and he's like, whoa, I didn't think you were gay. And he's like, yeah, I am. And then it's just like them trying to hide their love. You know, you fucking know. I'm over it. It coming out and there being consequences, you know, the huge. The movie was not as good as I thought because I didn't like the main character that played the prince, unfortunately. Oh my god, 2 left! And they're 2 good ones! Well, these I literally just posted about, so I'll keep it brief. The latest Pucking Around book, the Jacksonville Rays series. Teddy and Henrik. I would die for them. I love them so fucking much. Very short plot. Teddy works for the NHL team that Henrik plays on. He's kind of like a loner and keeps to himself. He's Swedish and like his family all lives in Sweden still. He gets a call his sister has died in a tragic car accident. And his sister has a daughter that was in the car and got like really hurt, but she didn't die. So he is the last remaining like kin because his parents are kind of old and like his mother has dementia. That's the other dementia trope I read, but it wasn't a huge part of the plot, so it's fine. So he goes and tries to get custody of this little girl, Carolina, his niece. And there's like a ton of issues and they're like, why would we send her to you going to America with a really crazy schedule when we can just put her up with a foster family, you know, and have her in Sweden, like in her culture. He, spur of the moment, gets married to Teddy, who goes with him to like help out because he specializes in like injury injuries and was going to go help Carolina because she's injured. Anyways, so they get married on a whim to be able to like get full custody of Carolina. So they just like, the whole book is them navigating like this fake marriage that turns kind of real. So like Teddy's whole family is like, what the fuck have you done? Why would you get married? Like, you're stupid. What are you doing? You're with a fake husband who doesn't even care about you, because Teddy's out and very gay. Henrik has never like had a public relationship. Like, no one really, he doesn't date. No one really knows his sexuality. He doesn't talk about it. Turns out he thinks he's like very like asexual. He says he doesn't really have sexual feelings, doesn't like sex, just doesn't have it. So then Teddy helps him realize that he is demisexual and needs like a romantic connection to feel that like sexual connection. So it's just like them navigating that and finding those feelings, them like standing up for each other. It's just so beautiful. She writes queer love so fucking well. Oh my god. And then just like getting all of the other characters from the other books. It's like the Windy City series. Like, I just love these worlds and all this found family that these people have. And so they like raise this little girl together, and it's just so special. God, I fucking love it. But that's it. It's just them like navigating that. And it's really, really special. I love it. Last book. Last fucking book. And it's a 5-star read. We had 2 5-star reads back-to-back months. That rarely happens. Luna's getting into the litter box. I can see her. Anyways, the favorites. I'm gonna try my best to keep it brief. We followed these 2 ice skaters who have been ice skating since they were little teeny tiny babies. They were poor. She was basically an orphan. Her alcoholic 18-year-old brother is taking care of her. He is an orphan. He was brought up in the foster care system, so he just like jumps around home to home. She like takes him under her wing, teaches him how to skate because they're like little kids and she wants to do it with him, and they become best friends. I keep looking at the red dot thinking that's like the camera right now, and it's not. So if you're seeing me look here instead of here, it's because I'm drunk and getting distracted by the red dot. Anyways, at least I'm not looking here. That would be so much worse. I'm not doing that. Here we are. Let's focus in. We're almost done. So they end up getting really good at ice skating and like going and competing at these huge world championships where her like #1 idol in the world, who is like the best skater in the world, is coaching. She is like twins that she like, brought up in the ice skating world. So she catches the eye of her idol. Her idol offers to mentor her and is like, come to LA or something. I don't remember where. And like, you and your partner come for the summer to be at my camp. And Luna's scratching the wall, as if the wall is going to cover her poop. So they go, but it's such a different world because like they were brought up pretty poor. They didn't have money, and they're going into this world of like pretentious, high class, like really rich athletes where like it's political over like your skill is important, yes, but it's more about who you know and your connections in the world, and that's how far you'll go. So Katarina, our main girl, is willing to do literally anything to become the best skater in the world. And her partner Heath, who like they're dating, like they're in love basically. They're like 16, 17 at this point, and they've been dating for a little bit. And he is not like he loves Katarina so much that he's willing to do this, but this isn't his whole world. We follow them through this training, and he gets mad because she's changing, and she feels like she's being held back because yes, he's a good skater, but he's not world renowned. Like, he hasn't been doing it since he's 3. So she feels held back, and it's like conversations are being had, and like people are overhearing, and there's gossip and there's rumors, and then there's betrayal and heartbreak and breakups, and like people disappear for a little bit and come back years later, and there's just so much fucking betrayal that happens. It is juicy start to fucking finish. Oh my god, this was so juicy. This is the winner for all of the books in this entire video. If you read any of these books, make it this one. It is so good. I was a blubbering bitch baby in this book. I cried so much. Just the fucking heartache that happens. I literally can't get over the betrayals that happen. I was gagged. She shocked me in like 10 different chapters. Now Stinky's in there scratching. But anyways, it's just so good. Start to finish, so good. The range of my emotions that I went through was crazy. Absolutely fucking crazy. I literally cannot believe how much shit she put into this. And like people sabotaging their performances in the ice skating world, and like major injuries happening. Literally blood. People you think might die. It's just crazy. I need it to be a movie. The more I think about it, I want to reread it, but it's painful too. So I don't know if I can. We're done with the books. I'm gonna rapid fire some of the movies. I'm not gonna like go into detail, I think. well, who knows? I don't even know how long this has been going on. Like, well over an hour. I said I wanted to be in bed by 12:30. It's now 1:07 and I haven't even gotten to the movies. Oh my god, there's a cat shitting and it smells. I wish they would just never poop. All right, let's do movies. I'm not messing around anymore. Movies in July. Oh, okay, I didn't see that many movies. Movies in July. I went to go see a mystery movie. It ended up being Oh Hi, which I loved. I ate it up. First of all, Logan Lerman, so fucking fine. He is so fine. I give it a 4.5. It was fun start to finish. It was like this couple who, okay, you assume it's a couple. They go on this camping cabin, not really camping, this like cabin trip together. And she makes a comment. She's like, wow, our first trip together as a couple has been so much fun. She's like, oh my god, our first couples trip. It's been so much fun. I love you so much, Bookie Bear. And he's like, what? Which, okay, actually they were in the middle of kinky sex. So he was handcuffed to a bed. So she makes that comment and he's like, huh? He's like, couple. He's like, well, what do you mean? It was actually really funny. And she's like, what do you mean? You don't think we're a couple? She was like, I just let you eat me out on the couch and we're not a couple? And so he was like, I like you and all, like very classic, like cliche, but in a really funny way. He's like, I like you and all, but no. What makes you think we're together like that or exclusive? And she's like, we're not exclusive. You've been with other people? And he was like, I mean, yeah. So she goes like crazy. She goes batshit and is like, oh, you're fucking kidding me. Leaves him handcuffed to the bed for the entire movie. So she's like holding him hostage and he's like, I'm literally gonna call the cops on you. And she's like, well, I'm not letting you go now that you're gonna call the cops on me. It's a comedy. It's like, it's supposed to be funny. It's not like scary or anything. She doesn't actually go crazy. She's just like, well, what the fuck am I supposed to do now? You're gonna call the cops on me. Because she was originally keeping him handcuffed so they could spend time together and like make it work. And then she was like, please just give me 12 hours to convince you we should be together. Because, you know, like she's going crazy. And he was like, yeah, sure. And then he lets it slip. He's calling the cops as soon as, you know. It's so funny though. Like, I had a great time. I really did. Next, I saw I Know What You Did Last Summer. Hated it. I gave it a 2.5. I would say the first 30 minutes were really fun. And then I got super bored, super over it, super cringy. But that first 30 minutes was really it was a great time. I had fun. And then I got to a point where I genuinely felt like I could leave the theater and I would not care. I was about to DNF a movie and that's crazy. Like I just felt like I was wasting my time being there. I didn't care. And like the plot twist, no, didn't care at all. Oh, and then I saw another mystery movie and it was Sketch. This is why I fucking love mystery movies because I almost left on this one. I found out it was like a children's movie and I was pissed and I almost left and I gave it a 4.25. And it was following like this little girl and little boy. They were brother and sister and they just lost their mom. So their dad is like trying to make ends meet, trying to like help them heal, but he's also obviously grieving. And so this little girl, all of her she draws like really scary drawings, which is just like that book I read recently. All of her drawings would like come to life because there's this like magic river in the back of their yard. And if you drop it in the river, they come to life. And her whole book fell in one day, I think. So all of these monsters are coming alive. So it's like her and her brother and like some of her classmates like fighting these monsters. And it sounds ridiculous, but I really enjoyed it. And I cried. Shocker. It just was like a really good feel-good story, but like also really funny at the same time. Okay, that's it for July. We're rolling through, guys. We're rolling through. I'm gonna end soon. I promise. Oh my god, I might even finish a glass of wine. 3 movies. Only 3. Oh my god, I literally forgot about this movie. Not this one. I did watch Red, White, and Royal Bloom, only counting it because I rarely sit down and watch movies start to finish on my TV, and if I do, I'm gonna count it. So this was one of them. I gave it a 3.5. I just felt like Henry's actor, I can't remember his name. I feel like he did not do a good job of like showing the emotions in his character. I feel like Alex really did. I like his acting a lot, but I just felt a huge lack of emotion from, what's his name? Henry? From his side of the story. So there was a disconnect there. There were parts I really liked and parts I really did not like. And I just did not like his acting. I didn't think it was good. Now Muggs is going in the litter box. Is this just poop hour? I'm so confused. It's 1 a.m. Why are y'all not asleep? As if the lights aren't on, but like, why are y'all not asleep? Oh my god, next I saw Weapons. 5 motherfucking stars. As soon as this comes out on TV, I'm sure it'll be on like Max or something, I will be watching it again. I had so much fun watching that movie. It exceeded all of my expectations, all of them. It was so fucking funny. There were a couple of jump scares, but like I was engaged start to finish, and that's rare with movies nowadays. Usually I get bored. I was in it start to finish. They're all different POVs. We got to follow all these different storylines, but it basically, if you don't know, it followed a teacher of like a middle school or something. I think it was like 8th grade or something, and all of her students, like all 18 except one kid, in the middle of the night go missing. Same exact night. She comes into school the next day. All of them but one are gone. Obviously people, it's like takes place now, so people have Ring cameras, and so we see all of these kids at the exact same time running out of their house. You've probably seen it on TikTok, and they're all running down the street with their arms out. It's creepy as fuck, but it's not as creepy in the movie as the trailer makes it seem. Like, it's really not that scary of a movie. And so everyone cannot figure out, and so the whole entire town is blaming her. And they're like, what the fuck did you do to our kids? Like, why is it just your class? Like, obviously, if I was a parent, I would be questioning her as well. And so the police are like, she didn't do anything, like, she's been cleared. Then we like jump around to the POV of a cop at the time. We jump around to a POV of like this random druggy kid in the town, like all these stories connecting. And then we jump to the last POV we get is the POV of the kid that did not go missing. And it's so fun. It's so fun. Literally full 5 stars. I have not had a 5-star movie in so long. Let me see my last one. Oh, I did give Jurassic World 5 stars. And then of course Wicked and The Wild Robot. Okay. But like, I don't give that many movies 5 stars anymore. It was just such a fun movie. I don't think it's in theaters anymore, but if it comes out, you need to watch it. Is that? Oh my god. Someone just liked my story. Stop it. Okay, where's my text? I'm getting distracted now. Last movie, I can fucking finish this. And then I saw another mystery movie. Again, such a weird fucking movie, but I low-key liked it. It was Eden. I had never heard of it. Same with Oh Hi and Sketch, had never heard of them. But Eden, it takes place, apparently it's a real story, which was fascinating. And Sydney Sweeney of all literally Sydney Sweeney came on the screen and I rolled my eyes so fucking hard. I was like, of course it's Sydney Sweeney. It takes place like a long time ago. I don't remember the year. And it's this couple with a kid. I'm not gonna explain this well. There is this famous doctor that went to go live basically in the middle of literally nowhere like this. It takes place a long time ago, like no cell phones, like nothing like that. No electricity. I don't know. There's probably electricity, but anyways. This doctor and his partner, wife, I don't know, go live in the middle of nowhere, like off the grid, like grow their own vegetables, all that kind of stuff. Very granola. So this couple and son, the son has like a lot of these medical issues, and so they want to go to this doctor to get their son treated. So they go and live next to the doctor. The doctor's like pissed because he's like, we came here for silence and peace and quiet, and now we don't want neighbors. They're like, whatever, they're not gonna last long. It's really hard to live out here. Like, you literally have to drink water from a stream, and like, you know, like it's literally living with nothing, and like you have to grow your own food, make your own shelter, all this. Like, they're on an island. They end up making it work, and they are like thriving under the, like, make their own fort and all this shit and house. Out of nowhere, Ana de Armas, is that how you say her name? I love her. She comes in and she's like this rich hoity-toity, has 2 boyfriends with her. They come in planning on building a hotel on this island. And she's like super delusional. It like obviously doesn't work out because they're not mentally ready to live off the grid like this. It's kind of like the doctor family being pissed that these people are now on his land, and then the other family getting in fights with the hoity-toity people. I don't know, it's like a lot of drama, and there's a lot of stealing, and then like guns come out. Our other girl, Sydney Sweeney, gets pregnant and is like trying to literally have a baby on this island with like no medical help, and the doctor like refuses to help her. It's just so much. But like, I had a good time. The way it ended, I was like kind of gagged. Like, definitely something I never would have watched. Almost left, but ended up having a good time. I gave it a 4. Yeah, I gave it 4 stars, which is kind of crazy. But that's it for the movies. Who's ready for the Receiptify? It'll be quick, don't worry. And it's like mostly K-pop Demon Hunters, so don't worry. I'm just doing it in case anyone cares. All right, number 1, it's literally all K-pop Demon Hunters. That is, oh, that's a movie I saw. Holy fuck, I didn't even write it down. Like, you're literally kidding me. K-pop Demon Hunters, 5 stars. Absolutely obsessed. I saw it, the sing-along version on IMAX. So obsessed, I've watched it 100 fucking times. Like, minimum 100 times since I've been home. It just plays all night. I restart it as soon as it's over. Sue me. All right, number 1, Receiptify, How It's Done. How It's Done, done. I'm shocked that one's number 1. Number 2, this should be number 1, Your Idol. Something changed in me when I listened to that song for the first time. Something absolutely changed. When he does the That move? Ooh, tingles. Literal fucking body tingles. I'm not kidding. And then it like zooms in on his face. His long like nail fingers tingles. He's so hot. The Abby one, Abby Demon, he was wearing a mesh tank top. No, I need them, all of them. Number 3, Takedown. This was stuck in my head all day long. Your Idol and Takedown, I am so obsessed with. I love them. I love Takedown. Oh my god, this is quite embarrassing. Number 4, What It Sounds Like. I'm not kidding when I say this is all I listen to in the car is those 6 songs or whatever it is. What It Sounds Like makes me cry 9 out of 10 times when I listen to it. Number 5, Golden. Shocker. Don't worry, the next one's not K-pop. I do really like Golden though. Number 6 is Shy by Renee Rapp. It's my favorite off her new album, so I'm not shocked by that at all. Number 7, The Subway. Also not shocked by that. Of course, by Chappell Roan. Of course I'm gonna play that all the fucking time. Are you kidding me? And then number 8, I Can't Have You Around Me Anymore by Renee Rapp. My second favorite off of her album. Also makes me cry. There's a live performance of her getting emotional while singing it, and it gets me every fucking time. Number 9, Good Girl by Renee Rapp. My third favorite on her album. So all of this is really adding up. Number 10, Free. And K-pop, I love it. I love that song so much. When he starts rapping, it's like between Imposter and This Monster and the voice inside my head, I am a new person. I'm like, oh my god. It's so good. I can't handle it. That's it, folks. That's all I'm doing. If you take anything away, read the favorites, go watch Weapons, go watch K-pop Demon Hunters, or go listen to the soundtrack. Those are the 4 things. Those are the 4 most important takes from this video if anyone made it this far, because doubtful. Now this video is definitely fucking over an hour long. Just this one clip was 27 minutes. Oh my god. I'm never skipping a month. Never skipping a month again. But I'm going to bed. If you actually did make it this far, you're a freaking queen. You're my bestie and I love you so much, and I am a little drunk and I am gonna go to bed. And I'm gonna text my friend that I'm not making it to class in the morning. 1:25 a.m. Free. I need to go switch my clothes around and get a snack. Buzz is gonna jump up here and she's gonna hurt me because her nails are gonna go into my thigh. Okay, thanks for watching, besties. I love you so much. I have so much fun doing these, so I hope you enjoy them. If not, please let me know. I've been told recently how boring these are, so say it again and I will never do another one. Let me know and I will quite literally never do another one. So have a great night. I'm going to bed. I love you so much. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Mwah. Oh, she's upset. Okay, hold on. Okay. The fucking drama. All right, bye.